This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey guys, this is Good Work Waco, and I'm your host, Lydia Tate. Well, welcome to Good Work Waco. I am so glad you've joined us today because we are going to talk everything food insecurity. I am so excited that Alison Sorley, Executive Director of Shepherd's Heart, is joining us. Alison, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, this is so great. So Shepherd's Heart is near and dear to Waco. We are just so delighted to learn more today and to really dive into everything that Shepherd's Heart does, because it's not just food.
Right.
Guys, it's not just food. So let's dive in. Connect us with the history first, because we want to learn, like, where did it come from? How did we get started, and how long we've been around?
So our CEO and founder, Robert, as you know, Bob Gager, he grew up in poverty in Chicago. He had an abusive stepfather and he became a couch surfer. And before that happened, his stepfather would withhold food from him. So right then he faced food insecurity. So he knows what people are in need of. So he, couch surfed and everything. And he knew that after building a successful career, helping businesses scale, that he wanted to do something important in this world. And so when he was with his church, that he was helping with the pantry, and then they were having garage sales and little resale sales to fund the mission. Well, the pantry closed and everybody kept saying, Bob, where do we go? What we're going to do? And Bob says, I could have retired. I could have, moved to Spain. I could have been across the world doing something fabulous. But he said God gave him the vision. He thought originally he would just help somebody lead the pantry, get it started. But God said, you're the one. And Bob said, here I am. And he feels like he is the person. And he is. He's the one that leads us to the mission in life, to serve others. I feel like we were put on this earth to help one another, and that's truly his mission. He's 81 years old now, and
and out there pushing shopping carts for people when they're getting their food.
Across us. I mean, we're celebrating 16 years now, which is just absolutely incredible. And I was actually going to not stay in nonprofit. I had been 4.5 years with the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children, and I dealt with development, but it was all about the elephant in the room, child sexual assault. And Bob and I connected through a mutual friend, and he told me of the mission. And I said, you know what? God's saving me, because I live with a incurable in 2019, I was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer and other ailments. And I felt like God's saving me for a reason. So he put Bob in my life so I can serve others and help others.
Oh, wow. I love that, just in so many different ways. This ministry is giving life to others. It's giving life to you.
Absolutely.
It's giving you a really great, mission to get up in the morning with, a great why. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about why you love doing this.
So you never forget the words "we're gonna try." In 2019, I was told that after scrubbing for a spray tan, I found a lump and it just snowballed, and found out I had stage 4 metastatic, and there was no plan of action. And mine was very rare. It went through my blood to my liver. And you just never forget those words, "we're gonna try." And I think there is just a reason, not to say God gave me cancer, but I feel like he is giving me more purpose. That I see people that come to us for help. I worked the resale shop and seen the moms and the dads and the grandparents who are so struggling and are so excited to attend one of our bag sales for $10 and fill up for school supplies for kids, back to school clothing.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the mission was just more important than what my life is about. I mean, I have had such wonderful parents that have provided for me. I've had wonderful opportunities in education, volunteering in nonprofit, working for different companies, corporate and small business. And I just felt like, you know what? You never know what's going to happen in life. I never would have dreamed I'd be at this age with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. I thought I would have a family and children and, be the PTA mom and all that. And just, that wasn't God's plan. And I can be the voice for those that maybe can't speak. Food insecurity is such a pride thing, and us being not held to federal and state funding, we can say yes. You have to answer at the end of the day, but if you're in need, we're going to help you. We can help you with food. We can help you with our resale shop, things from the heart. We have home decor, clothing, furniture. You could be in this season in life for a reason. It could be a long time. It could be ailments. It could be loss of income. I mean, there's just so many things, and I just love the mission that your need, we're going to help. We're servant's heart.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. I know that's integral for us as nonprofit leaders. When we get up in the morning, we have to have a reason to continue to do what we do, because our job is so hard. It's very, very hard to continue to really get out there and get the word out and connect with people and always manage those relationships and do what we do. It's hard work, and having that resounding, I love this so much, I need to continue at it, and being the voice for people who otherwise might not have the voice to speak up for their needs is huge.
Especially the children. You never know what a parent's going through. So many, we say, are one medical bill away, one natural disaster away, one unemployment away. Look at SNAP benefits being cut, the government shutdown. You just never know what's going to happen in life. Right. And I've even experienced some friends that have said, I need to share this, but years ago, Shepherd's Heart helped me.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And they go, we went through a season in life, and now they're donors. And I thought that was such a special testimony, because when I was on the Volunteer Services Council for Waco Center for Youth many, many years, for about 12 years. And we had a donor, I remember, and she would come to Christmas activities. And I always wondered, what was so special about her? Everybody always, we're just so excited to see her every time she came. She was a product of the Waco Center for Youth. She was able to go through the program, get through her trials and tribulations, and became a successful entrepreneur. And was able to give back. And so that's what I feel about Shepherd's Heart. You will even see during this government shutdown, we had people, I get a record of all of our donations, and people would give $10 and say, this is all I could do, but I want to help. And that's huge. I mean, I could tell by the addresses and things. Yeah. People were really struggling, and they're like, I just want to help. We have people that come through the line too that sometimes will give us a check and say, this is all my neighbors and I could afford, but thank you for blessing us. Yeah. And I know there can be a lot of judgment about food insecurity. Yeah. They can say, well, they drove up in a nicer car than I did. I had a volunteer one time saying that. And I said, but you don't know about that car situation. That could be a car for the whole family. It could be grandma's car. It could be a boss's car. That's right. It could be a rental car because they had a fire and lost everything. You just never know. And faith-based nonprofit means I don't have to tell this family no. I don't have to tell this child, oh, you don't need as much food because there's only, three
it's
of you
only
in the
this
family.
Yes. Amount of money. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And that's what's so rewarding. And like I said, I just feel like God has provided so well for me over the years, medically, professionally, helped me through mental battles, that if this is his mission for me to do right now in this season of life, what a wonderful opportunity to serve our community that is in need of help. Right here in Waco, Texas, and not across the world, not in a big city. I mean, Waco is a bigger city, but I mean, we have so many. I mean, look what Mission Waco's done. Look what Caritas has done. Yep. Waco is full of wonderful nonprofits.
This is why I want to talk about it from the top of the
and
Alico
we complement
building.
each other. We help each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just talking to Karen and Compassion Mysteries about opportunities next year. I want to help and say, where can we help network? Where can we help grant opportunities? I mean, let's just all help one another. It'll be such a better world.
I love how much you want to collaborate with the Waco community. I think that's incredible. And your passion is very evident. I love that. Okay. Before we talk about the amazing level of food you guys distribute, because it's just mind boggling. I want to discuss all the other things that Shepherd Heart does, because you guys do so much more than just food distribution. And I think sometimes we think of, okay, this community organization, justice is one thing. Like, they just do homeless, or they just do this over here, and Shepherd's Heart just does food. But you guys are doing so many different things, and I really want to shine a light on that before we talk about just the mind-boggling level of food. So, yes. Okay, tell us about all the different things that Shepherd's Heart does.
So we provide food at 18 mobile distributions and counting. Actually, I think we're at 20 this month alone. And those are different partners in the community. We have different church organizations. We even have the health department. We have different civic groups that come together, and there's mobile distributions that happen. We load up people's car with food. We also give them the ministry if they want to pray. We were happy to pray with them. We have a lady actually coming out this week who's going to provide faith-based books. So it's a great way to kind of have that mental uplift. We have over 25 church partners that come pick up from us. That's in addition to the mobile distribution. So we have people that come up weekly. You see them pull up in their big trucks and their trailers, and they're filling up and feeding families like Top Hand Cowboy Church. I mean, they pick up for 60 families. I mean, that's really? Just incredible.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I love seeing that. And then not to mention our Bellmead Pantry. That's next door to La Vega Primary School, and that's on Hogan Lane. They're open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 12 to 4. Well, also when the government shutdown happened and SNAP benefits were cut, we opened an extra day. So Tuesday through Friday, 12 to 4, people could come if they couldn't reach the mobile distributions in time. We have a senior ministry. I love, love, love our senior ministry. I'd love to do this when I retire. Is we serve over 800 homebound seniors twice a month. And it's not just meals. 800. It is groceries. This is all by volunteers.
Love it.
And they come in and get to know these people and develop relationships. They could be the smile at the beginning of their day. That could be the hug that they've been wanting. I mean, you just never know a situation in life. And we have retirees that come in and do it. We have some people that come in and do it on their lunch hour. It's just a wonderful, wonderful ministry to help homebound seniors.
So they're delivering groceries and they're delivering meals?
It's groceries and meals. So it's going to be different groceries. So you've got your meats and your fruits and your vegetables and your protein, but also some prepackaged food. We have partners like Magnolia Table, Panera Bread. We pick up fresh bread from 5 days a week. We've got HEB ready to go. Slovachics and West provides kolaches. I mean, that's just such a wonderful treat.
That's great. I love it.
It's just wonderful. Cheddars. I mean, it's just great to have partners in the community.
Yeah, and just get some different food.
Absolutely.
Other than just your basic pantry staples and things like that. That's wonderful. Plus a little conversation.
Exactly.
I love that. That's wonderful.
Some of them, develop long-standing relationships. Some are shorter. I've met Baylor kids that are so great. They're like, I have 3 hours in between, classes. I want to come, serve and help homebound seniors. We had a group of guys that came in a couple months ago, and it was their senior year, and they were finishing up, and they were emotional because they're like, no, thank you for letting us. And they were headed to med school, which I thought was so neat because they learned how to serve their community that way. So now when they're going to become doctors, I mean, they're a full circle moment.
Oh yeah. Cause that's going to really create a wonderful bedside manner with older people. And you've had those wonderful moments of bonding with folks that are homebound. And that's huge, especially when there's medical conditions to be concerned.
And packaging the food. I mean, that's another thing too. I love seeing food volunteers come in. You'll see volunteers that come in and package the food and then they go deliver it. They're like, that's just really
there's something special. Like, because you're touching that food and then you're going and handing it to someone else.
And it's really incredible when you see families come in and you'll see moms and sons and daughters and dads, and they bring their children in and family members, and they help package the food. I mean, what great lessons to teach your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, your godchildren about how to serve the community just by sorting oranges and putting them in a bag.
That's great. That's great. And I mean, it's just such a wonderful opportunity for families to teach each other about serving your community and getting together with that. Okay, other programs.
So Things from the Heart is our resale shop.
All right, let's talk about it.
That benefits our mission directly.
by my house. Love going there.
It is awesome. It's open Tuesday through Saturday,
Yes.
10 to 6. As you know, we have the famous bag sale, which we give you a bag
So
and you
fun.
can fill it $10 with,
Yep.
like I said, I've worked it. You see people fill it with clothing and shoes, sometimes home decorations, like I said, a fire, domestic violence,
Yeah.
someone starting over. It is so incredible to see that. Plus, you have the YouTubers and the bloggers coming in because it's cool to thrift. So why not?
Did you
support
ever
your
imagine
community?
that we'd be in this trend where it's so cool to
No.
thrift?
I mean, I remember when people would say, I'm not wearing it twice. And Kate Middleton would say, was like, I wear it 2 or 3 times a year or something like that. And I just thought that was hilarious. I'm like, there's so much waste. There's so much
And
waste.
now your thrift store is so cool.
Absolutely. It's
Absolutely.
10,000 square feet, 4014 Bosque Boulevard. We have a huge area of furniture, also our receiving area in the back. In the middle is home decor.
Yep.
I've seen people come in for baby showers and events, and you can get all kinds of cool glassware and teacups and linens. And then, of course, you have the clothing. We have men's clothing, which I know is very rare to find, but
Yeah.
we have great men's clothing. Men like to hold on to their clothes. Ladies, not so much. So we do need men to continue cleaning out the closets, but we have a children's area that has grown exponentially in the front where you can get toys for the children. We've had strollers and car seats and pack and plays and cribs. Not to mention after 5, when the girls, prom is expensive, but girls shouldn't not be able to go to prom because they don't have the money. So getting those after 5 dresses, I mean, that's an absolute blessing for so many. And
I love it.
it's in partners around town. There's different resale shops, like things from let's see, Millie's Fashion Exchange and Another Season Consignments. They donate several times a month.
Okay.
And so that's another way to pay it forward moment. We have local boutiques like Courtney's Boutique in the Central Lakes Marketplace. She donates. And so when people come shop, they're seeing brand new tags.
They're seeing brand new stuff.
So like right now, we have a lot of families shopping for one another, and they're able to get brand new items for Christmas for someone. And it just they feel equal.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of integrity that comes with that. A lot of uplift for people when they can shop for themselves. It's one thing to receive. Like receiving is wonderful, and the whole Christmas angels trees that people do and all those things. Those are great. And they're a blessing in a certain way, but there's something different about feeling empowered to shop for your own family yourself that really does shift the heart of what you're doing for the community. I think it's important. It's important to maintain that self-efficacy of shopping for yourself and shopping for your kids.
And it's all because of donations in the community.
Yeah,
That's what we
wonderful.
rely on. We have estate sale companies like Goodman Estate Sales, RSC Estate Sales, Errol Estate Sales that will call us. And if their clients want to do a clean out, we'll come pick up the items after they've finished their sale. And sometimes they're larger than others. We've done garage sale cleanouts where we've picked up. We've had church rummage sales come. There's, I even write. It leaves me speechless how generous the community can be. When we put a call to action out, they answer. Like we need furniture. We'll fill up the furniture so much that it's buy one, get one for $1 or buy one, get one half. I mean, it's so rewarding to see families come in and be able to help. Or you've got also like the YouTubers and like the bloggers, like I said, they'll come in to do furniture and rehab it. And then guess what? That employed them to be able to rehab that item. So they supported the community. So you start with your donor. Your donor donated the piece of furniture. Then someone purchased that, which donated our food pantry. Then they sold it to somebody who can enjoy that in their home, and there was no waste.
It's like the circle of life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the one thing about a resale shop is most nonprofits on the dollar take a percentage out for overhead.
Okay.
When you donate $1 for food, we spend $1 on food. Our resale shop pays for our overhead. Not only for our staff at the pantry, but the staff at the resale shop. That was very important to us. So that's really refreshing. I love that the resale shop also employs, we have AARP members that work at the pantry and the resale shop. We have volunteer groups all the time. Like JRBT just came in and rocked it. They divided like
Good job, guys.
60 people between the store, the warehouse, and the resale shop, and serving the community and organized it. I was like, can y'all come every week? You're amazing. But everything is just so clean and organized. And that was another opportunity. And speaking of, you said making somebody feel special. Toys from the Heart is going on right now.
I was going to say, when are we talking about toys? Because I know at some point we're going to start talking about toys.
5 Fridays till Christmas.
Let's go.
And this will be our 13th year. We served 3,800 kids last year.
Wow.
At-risk and homeless kids with toys.
Oh,
I was personally there
it.
when parents and caregivers and guardians were picking them up. And it's such a cool thing. We have partnerships all over the community that do toy collections. We've even got new things called Santa's Sleigh, which like Waco Hyundai's wanting you to fill a truck, which is so cool.
That's so
You got
awesome.
Point West Bank that's got all their locations with boxes. Just I know Lockridge Priest the other day, Mattress Sleep Centers. I mean, we've got friends galore that are just collecting. And we
toys.
added Amazon, Walmart, and Target registries. This will be the 2nd year. So if you can't go shop, you can send it right to us.
Oh, love that.
And we even have people.
Okay, say it again so everybody hears you. So Amazon,
Walmart, and Target registries. Go to toysfromtheheart.org.
Okay.
And literally you can choose by gender, age, price point. I mean, today alone, I unpacked about 10 new toys.
Oh my gosh, it's like Christmas every day.
Absolutely. It's so exciting. And
so
having
fun.
all these partners, like you go to our website, thetoysfromtheheart.org, and it lists all these wonderful partners. So somewhere you're in Waco, you could go drop toys off as well.
Love
and
it.
how amazing would it be to take your kids, our nieces, our nephews, and teach them what Christmas is about. Yeah. My parents used to always, you could kind of adopt a Methodist home child.
Mm-hmm.
This was years growing up, and she got to experience, he or she got to come with you for the weekend, and you could take them shopping and go to dinner and just give them a different, treat basically. Yeah. And I remember my parents telling us the value of it and doing angel tree and all those kind of things. And I think that's where my sense of service came, is from my parents.
Sure, absolutely.
And I just love the Toys from the Heart because it's at-risk and homeless kids. Like, unfortunately, there is just way too many out there.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault that they're in that situation.
Right.
And just give them the joy of a coloring book, markers, an art set, Barbie doll, Legos. I always ask for basketballs, footballs, soccer balls, the little ones, the little toddler toys. I mean, everybody kind of
animal.
Why not sacrifice a Starbucks? A $10 Starbucks can buy a toy for someone. That could be a challenge we issue to people.
Yeah.
I always send it to my friends and say, okay, you can skip that takeout meal or that Starbucks, and you can either go online and donate, or now I've got Amazon, Walmart, Target registries.
Or you can just go shop and send it to me.
Absolutely. If you want me to come to your house or your business, I'll gladly come. I mean, I have filled my car up before. Company Christmas parties.
I've done like that too.
Disciplined Investors did one last year. They're doing it again this year. It took my car 2 times to come back.
Good job, Disciplined Investors.
Yeah,
all right.
Exactly. So
good.
Again,
love it.
Waco community is amazing.
See, you guys, that's why I did the podcast, because it's really incredible. Like, the Waco community is awesome. And we do so many great things. Okay.
I can't forget about the Hunger Hero Challenge.
Okay.
That is our food drive for kids during the summer months. And like Waco Association Realtors and Vantran this year were like neck and neck. They were incredible raising money, and it's a pound per food as well. We raised almost $40,000 by different partners with that as well.
That's great.
And it was so neat to see people come together, and we challenge, and we do like a little gift. We have a little certificate, and then we have a trophy presentation that is so cool. It's filmed for KXXV Channel 25 is our partner. And I mean, how cool is it to say that you're helping with hunger?
And you got a trophy for it.
Right. And that's in the spring. And so that's another. So there's always something with Shepherd's Heart that you can help with, whether it be toys, you can volunteer, you can give monetarily, you can do the Hunger Hero Challenge. I mean, it'll be 17 years this June, so I don't know what I'm going to come up with next. We've done Christmas in July. And of course, all the wonderful grant opportunities too with Waco Foundation, Cooper Foundation, Rappaport. Rappaport is like amazing. Like I taught myself how to write grants this last year. And I can just tell you that they were so influential in teaching me how to write grants. And I've gotten so much more comfortable with it. Walmart's given us Bowen Foundation. We're excited, first ever to be receiving that. And so again, Waco community is amazing. And we have so many wonderful nonprofits, and just look at all these organizations supporting one another.
It's so great. The collaborative work that we do is really, really incredible. I love it. Oh my gosh. I love how excited you are. Okay. All right. Let's talk pounds and let's talk turkey. It's, just kidding. Okay. So I want to tell everyone about how much food you guys distribute. It's incredible.
Well,
give us some numbers.
So over, 1 million pounds a year at least, if you think about it.
Good golly.
But
I can't think about it. It's huge.
Let me put it in
amazing.
family's perspective. This is what I like to do. So last year at the end of December, we served over 104,000 families. That was end of 2024. As of last week, we were over 108,000 families.
Wow.
So just imagine what we're looking at the next, in the next 40 days.
Yeah.
I think we've got till the end of the year, maybe a little bit, maybe about 50 days, something like that. But you can just see where the need is and the growth is, but we don't say no. We did do a call to action and people have stepped up. I personally write thank you notes over a certain amount and I call people. I've got a long list to call of donations. So many new wonderful donors, some returning donors, and that helps us. Like when I write a thank you note, $50 can feed a family of 4 with our buying power. That's huge. So a lot of the average donations have been about $250. You're feeding 5 families.
It's incredible.
Like how amazing is that? We've gotten checks for $1,000, $2,000. But like I said, no amount is too small. The $10 ones just tug at my heart.
No, it's true. I mean, and it's really incredible as a nonprofit leader, when we get a $5 and $10 donation from somebody, like it honestly makes me cry because that person has given you their last few dollars and it's really amazing. And it is so impactful when people are giving from their heart. And that, I mean, whether it's $5 or $5,000, it's coming from a very internal place inside of you. And this is one of the reasons why I tell you guys, we're going to talk about money every single time. And this is one of the reasons I want to talk about money is because connecting donors with opportunities to give is a really, really incredible thing. And we give with our whole soul.
So I actually, we'll need to correct this, is 2024 highlights. Let me share some numbers with you. So 73,852 families were served. 30,830 children were reached via schools and summer feeding sites.
Wow.
4,798,110 pounds of food were distributed.
Say that again.
4,798,110 pounds of food distributed. Wow. 2024.
Go, Waco. Good job.
29,341 families were served via mobile distributions. 11,872 families served via the Velmy Pantry, like I talked about.
Fantastic.
30,830 senior grocery deliveries.
30,000 senior grocery deliveries. Wow.
And we, like I said, we've got 24 to 30 church partners, and those are in addition to the mobile distributions.
Right.
We are now at 8 school pantries.
Okay.
Mobile distribution sites we also have McLennan Community College.
Oh, yes.
So I was going to talk about that one, especially there's a lot of kids I remember when I was going to college that you could tell they were on their last dollar just trying to get an education. And how awesome is it to know that, because when I was in college, Shepherd's Heart wasn't around, that the kids aren't having to choose to eat and have electricity and have water, and they're trying to create generational wealth by going to school.
That's right.
By getting an education, getting a certification. We also have the Waco Health Department. That's been essential. Goodwill has actually stepped in and wants to do some sponsorships with us there. So I'm very excited to have another community partner. But the Waco Health Department, think about it, that's a good area for walking. We have a lot of walk-ups as well.
Yeah.
And so that's really beneficial to have that. And then our furthest one, I would say out in more of, I know people will say from Midway, I went to school there, is more of a, I think they were called the Cadillac School, but they have 6 Title I campuses, which is shocking. They have a lot of disparagement and wealth out there. Harris Creek signed up, and they are a distribution site the first Saturday of the month. They do an amazing job, wonderful volunteers, and you have families come from all over. We've met families that come in from, Coryell County. I mean, just because we're McLennan County based doesn't mean we're not going to serve you. Yeah. If you can get to a mobile distribution, you can get there. You have an ID, we're going to serve you.
Okay.
You can come twice a month too. That's another thing that's really cool. Okay. So you can come for your neighbors. You can come for your relatives. You can come for your coworkers. I met a lady not too long ago, and she said, my coworker's really, struggling. She left a domestic violence situation. She's got 4 kids. She's struggling just to take care of them. And she goes, but I want to help, but she's too proud to accept my help. Oh. And she goes, she doesn't want to go through the line. She doesn't want to show her kids. And I go, do you want to go get it for her? She goes, yes. I said, absolutely. That's another wonderful thing about Shepherd's Heart. I mean, we don't have the state and federal funds telling us no.
Yeah. So you can hand it to a coworker. Absolutely. And they can take it to them, and it's okay.
Absolutely. And I love that. When you give me that $50 for a donation, I mean, that would be amazing. Just think about this podcast. If we got 200 new donors, $50 a month would impact. I know what $50 can do a lot during the month. I think about how you can, quote unquote, waste it on just random stuff. But to know you could go to your, like, I can just imagine sitting my nieces and nephew down and saying, you know what, we're going to write this $50 check every month, and it's going to feed a family that needs help that we take for granted.
I love that.
And there's so many opportunities, but yeah, the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, it's really, I knew when we were close to 105,000 last year when I was writing grants, I just, like, that number just made me sick to my stomach, because the year before that we were at like 93,000, 94,000. And then to think
that's a huge
now,
increase.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To think now how much it's jumping, and there's people calling all the time.
Yeah.
When you had the Meals on Wheels cut, you had more homebound seniors needing help, and forget that is all volunteer based. So if we have more people that want to come in and volunteer and help, maybe we can do more routes.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, let's talk about volunteering. Let's talk about volunteering opportunities.
Absolutely.
Now you've sprinkled them in all throughout, and we're gonna really focus in now, because I want to talk about what do you have that's open that you need volunteers for. I know you've talked about cleaning, you've talked about driving meals, things of that nature. We want to talk about what do you need for volunteers and how they can connect to you for volunteering.
So Diane Graham is our wonderful volunteer coordinator, and she can get you all set up. And you just go to our website, shepherdsheartpantry.org, and it'll connect to her. But we have opportunities at the pantry where you can come in and volunteer Monday through Friday, 8 to 2, which is a great opportunity to package food, help inspect food. Then we have our mobile distributions. You can come volunteer at. You can help deliver the food to the families in the car, help unload, come reload. You can work the resale shop. That's really cool, especially I think it would be really neat to have maybe some entrepreneur interns, fashion interns come in and help set the store and get it all pretty looking and organize the clothes. I mean, there's sometimes I pull up and there's 3 or 4 cars deep trying to unload to donate items. So that would be a wonderful opportunity.
That's huge.
Having especially some gentlemen and ladies that have maybe really good muscles to come in on some Saturdays when we're selling lots of furniture to help load cars. That would be
all
important.
The gems we're talking to you need muscles at Shepherd's Heart.
Absolutely. We've got, like I said, Toys from the Heart coming up. You could come help with the toy distribution in December.
Love that.
You could come help sort toys. You'd be amazed when we get the toys in. They're all in different gaylords, and we have to, separate it by age group and learning levels and genders and things like that. So that's very important. You can come do data entry. We do a lot of data entry of someone that is really good on computer and gives a
4
couple
million pounds
hours
of food. That's a lot of data entry.
Absolutely.
Love that.
There's just so many.
And then the driving meals and driving
homebound senior
groceries.
delivery.
Homebound
Yes,
senior
homebound
delivery.
senior deliveries. Those are twice a month. So we would love for people to be able to pick up some shifts there.
Okay.
You can even do those before work. I know a lot of people come in and do like
lunch
8,
hour.
8:30 lunch hour times. That's important.
Okay.
Gosh, have I missed anything?
I don't think so. Okay. All right. We talked a little bit and we're sprinkled that in. You can talk with the volunteer director if you want more information about that, and they can do that through the website.
Yes, shepherdsheartpantry.org. It says right up there, click volunteer next to the donate button. If you want to do 1 and 2, that's even better.
And we're getting there. Okay. Now let's say we have families that are listening that they're saying, I need these resources. I need to know how to go shop for my kids this Christmas. I need to know where my local distribution site is. Or we have a homebound senior that's listening and they say, I need help. I need some groceries. I need some socialization. I need somebody to come by the house and talk to me and deliver some food. How can they connect for services, and what all can they connect for?
So our website is going to be your number one, which is great. It goes for volunteer. We have donation. We even have a general portal, which is a contact. And then we filter out the emails depending on what area you're needing, especially if you're in need of services. Homebound seniors, it's a great way to go on the website and just fill out the form. And one of the ladies will be in contact with you. Betty, our client services coordinator, is wonderful to work with. Then our resale shop, our operations manager is Kathy Torres, and she can help you if you're needing help, say, from a fire or displacement or something, needing some furniture, clothing, vouchers. We can, assist you with that through our resale shop. If you're just have general questions, you can also go to the website. The website's number one. Our phone rings off the wall.
Yeah.
So it's really best to just email and we can get you put in the right channel with the right person.
Perfect. So they love email.
Yes.
Okay. What about maybe connecting for the mobile food pantries, finding out more information about that? I know I follow the Facebook page and I will share that very frequently with my contacts. Tell us how to find those resources and find those mobile pantries.
So that's going to be on shepherdsheartpantry.org. And at the top of the website, it says food. You click on it and it goes to the mobile distribution calendar. And every single month is uploaded. It shows you the date, location. Then you click on the location, it even tells you the address. And you can connect it for directions, for Google Maps or something like that. It's always listed. Plus, like you said, following us on social media will we'll announce pop-ups. Like we have another one coming up this Friday. It's a pop-up at Lee Lockwood Library. St. Albans Church was so wonderful in sponsoring it. So that's an additional resource right before the holidays. Since the kids are going to be out for a week next week.
Yeah. So if you're in need of food, if you're in need of assistance, make sure you reach out. Don't hesitate. We've already talked about that. We know that it's hard to ask for help. And if you don't feel like you can ask for help, then definitely ask a friend to ask for you. Because it sounds like you guys because you don't have to turn anybody away and you don't have to say no, then you're able to serve.
And 211 is always a great resource too. I know a lot of people will say 211 and connect to us because there's many different ways. Right now, until, how do I say this? Until the government is fully open again, of course, we can't help with SNAP, but we do help with SNAP applications.
Let's talk about that before we start talking about donations and stuff, because I do want to talk about that as well. Let's talk about what you guys do to help with SNAP applications.
So you can set up an appointment with Betty. She's our client services coordinator, and she will walk you through the process. And she will be able to answer the questions. And I've seen her sit down and really explain it to elderly that comes in, families. We've had a lot of displacement, especially when the California fires happened. There was a lot of people that relocated to Texas, and you're talking no jobs, no resources. It was a great way to see Shepherd's Heart standing up and supporting them.
So she walks through the process and helps them understand all the different ins and outs of applying for SNAP.
Absolutely, the qualifications.
That's great.
And what's nice is, she'll say, well, here's the website, but if you need me to walk you through it, you set up an appointment, you come in the office, And I personally seen her just with patience like no other, because it can be very overwhelming.
It's so overwhelming.
I can only imagine what it's like filling out. I mean, she is our expert on it. I am so thankful for Betty Schofield.
No, it's true. I think, and I could do a whole other podcast about this, but the technology barriers that we face in client support and community support is very real, because those technology, sometimes your technology is not always working or charged or what have you. And it's very overwhelming to fill out the applications for benefits. Very, very overwhelming. So I'm really grateful that you guys help with that and that you have somebody great on staff. Shout out to Betty. Thank you for your work. And that we can have that benefit through Shepherd's Heart. Okay, let's talk about money. So donations, we know that $50 can feed
family
of four.
Average.
$50 can feed a family of four. We're looking for great supporters. We're looking for great opportunities in the community to connect for collaboration, businesses that want to support. Maybe they want to fill a Hyundai and drive it over, whatever the case may be. How do you want them to reach out to you guys?
So I first want to say my phone is always available. It is. You can text, call, email me, but my phone number is 254-640-9047. That goes directly to me. My email is asorley@shpantry.org. Another way, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. You can connect. Our marketing director, Dean Diaz, will get actually the Facebook message and send it to me. I do grants. I will write grants. Like I said, I taught myself how to write grants. It is not for the faint of heart.
It really isn't.
But I love learning about what companies are looking for and how to support. Like I said, JRBT has been a great one. We sold truck distribution. We sold truck sponsorships for our mobile distributions.
Okay.
JobLink was incredible. So they were able to put their logo for a donation, which is wonderful. Marineland Boating Center, another great company, locally owned and operated, stepped up. And it's really refreshing to see. You've got HEB Community Helping Here.
Yep.
We love our HEB
Love
crew. We also have Vantran. I mean, they have been an amazing resource. They say yes. When we say how high, they say higher. It's just amazing. Waco Association Realtors. But I think it's a great way for a business to show their support of the community, because they never know if some of their coworkers or employees are using those services or might be in need of. Plus, let's face the fact, there's sometimes companies that maybe need to not reset an image, but they just want to show how they support the community and what causes are important to them. And food insecurity is how our brain works. Think about it. You can't function if you don't have food in your stomach. If you're hungry, you're not performing to a caliber. So I think it's just a great way for companies to show empowerment with each other, teamwork, team building. I mean, like I said, seeing JRBT come in and JobLink and Waco Mattress coming in and doing the teamwork. I say teamwork makes the dream work. I know that sounds like an old-fashioned saying, I think, but you hear about that sometimes and I'm like,
sure,
teamwork does make the dream, but there's no I in team.
Sure.
So here you go. But from a financial standpoint, it can also be good for a company, because if they contribute philanthropically, that also helps them with their tax aversions. So when I actually go into a donor meeting, I always try to think, because I came from the donor side and now I come from the application side for the nonprofit. And so I think about like, okay, how's this going to benefit my community? Who's it going to serve? What impact am I going to have? But also I'm going to look on the financial back end. And
Absolutely.
I think that's important. I think that's also why we answer things in grant applications. And I'm an open book. And I think it's very important to know that, we're open with our budgeting. Like when I say $50 can buy food for a family of four with our buying power, we can show you
we can show you.
Donors, we invite them in actually to come in and do tours of the facility.
Love it.
I love to give a tour, show how the Shepherd's Heart Pantry works and how our resale shop works. I want them to see how they're going to have an impact.
It's lovely. I love it. Well, you're doing some amazing work, Allison. One last question before we wrap up.
Did we forget anything?
I know. It's just been so much fun. It's so great. So here's the thing. Food insecurity is such a sensitive topic and it's hard
Mm-hmm.
to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one thing you want the community to know about food insecurity that you don't think they know?
That you never know who's suffering.
Okay.
Like, I could be talking to someone today and not know that they're in need.
That's right.
And I've always said, you never know people's battle. Like, going back to my illness, and not to make it about me, but I always say, you just never know somebody's battle. I have people come up to me and say, well, you don't look sick. I'm like, well, I've had stage 4 for 6 years now, but yeah. But when people come to the mobile distributions, or they come for homebound senior delivery, you have the schools needing help for kids, you shouldn't even have to question.
That's right.
You should just know that food security exists. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And I think,
and it can be different parts of the stages of life.
And hunger keeps us from so much.
Absolutely.
It keeps your brain from learning, and there's just so much there.
Well, it plays with mental. You think about mental health nowadays is so important just to function day to day. And I think sometimes, like, what if you don't have the food to provide for your family and you're going without? That could be causing your medications not to work properly, or you might not be able to have that balance with your diabetes, and your sugar gets way too low, and that could cause
complications. Absolutely.
And you sometimes think about too that, how do I say this? That the children are the one who can suffer.
Mm-hmm.
The children are the ones who can suffer.
Mm-hmm.
And we shouldn't let them suffer due to situations out of their control. Mm. And I think that was so important with Bob creating the Shepherd's Heart, is he knew what it was like.
Yeah,
he knew a stepfather who withheld food from him.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's just a lot of, I don't want to say evil, but there's a lot of not very good people in this world. But we have so many wonderful people that are willing to help and learning to help and just saying yes. And I want to serve, whether it be volunteer or be monetarily. And it might be for a short while, it might be a one time.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you're just feel led to, I've seen many of donors these last couple of weeks that just said, this is the first time and only time, but this is what's calling me to support your cause. Because like I said, Waco's got amazing nonprofits around here that serve a variety of areas. And so I'm just thankful that moment they felt like they had a message that they needed to make an answer to.
Yeah. Well, Alison, it's been so good to have you on the show and to talk about Shepherd's Heart and the wonderful work that you guys are doing. And I hope that you're going to shout it out with me, because this is some good work, Waco. Good job.
Absolutely. And we're just so thankful for this opportunity. It's people like you that have these podcasts, and you're sharing about what Waco's about and what our potential growth is. I mean, I look forward to celebrating Shepherd's Heart for many years to come, and come back and tell stories of 7-8 million pounds of food. I want to make sure people are served, especially during these hard times in life they go through.
Well, good work, Alison. Good work, Shepherd's Heart.
It's
good
our
work,
team.
Waco.
Can't do it without our wonderful team.
Bye, guys. If you want to learn more or get involved, follow me at Good Work Waco on social media platforms and listening platforms everywhere. And hey, by the way, good work, Waco.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.